to the Ubisoft E3 2019 live reactions.
Yep, we're going to react to the Ubisoft conference.
It's going to be nuts.
Is it a video or a conference?
It's a conference.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah,
now I don't know.
It is, and they have like the Raymans come out.
Yeah.
Not the what are they?
The rabbits, the raving rabbits
come out.
Raving rabbits.
They had Miyamoto a couple years ago come out.
Yeah, that was pretty.
And they went viral because that guy cried because he made a game with Miyamoto.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So yeah, this is our third reaction of the week so far. We react to all the press conferences that are held. We won't be reacting to anything Sony because they don't have anything to show.
Yeah, nothing to react. Here, we'll react to Sony's real quick. All right, we're done.
But we're a couple minutes out here from the start of Ubisoft. I think last year was fun with Ubisoft because they revealed the Beyond Good and Evil. Hey, you can make the game initiative.
Oh, press record. That was press record, yeah.
And it was like, hey, we need art, we need level design, we need, voice acting.
So you make the game. So
maybe we'll see what you guys have made over the last year in partnership with.
Let's see how far you got. I hope you did good for them.
I think that Beyond Good and Evil thing is going to be an early access forever game, and it's never going to really see a commercial launch.
I have
a hard time believing it will.
It already, as much as I love Beyond Good and Evil 1, I don't like what they're doing with this new one. I totally checked out, but they keep it is to the point where it's like. Why didn't you do something else? Like, why did it have to be Beyond Good and Evil 2? It's just in that world. It's so different than the world.
But it's not.
You couldn't have made up other characters or other things and did that.
And now it's like a prequel, apparently, right? It takes place before? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's check this real quick. But,
so all that being said, you can tell we're very excited for the Ubisoft conference. I don't know. They could still... I mean, we've been waiting on a new Splinter Cell for years. I'd love to see that. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
The new Ghost Recon doesn't... It looks maybe like a little bit of a return to form, so I'd be curious to see a little bit of that and see if that looks good. They could always surprise us with something new.
And I liked Trials last year, and they showed more in this pre-show, and it's like, why am I not buying Trials? But here I am, not buying Trials, but...
Yeah, so... Let's see what they show. Let's see what happens.
Let's get crazy. Last year was a surprise with Nintendo working with them, and
all right, here we go.
Oh, they got Sony.
The God of War.
They got off Sony.
Everybody's like trying to catch up to what Sony did.
They really are.
All right.
Assassin's Creed Symphony.
Just in case they didn't want to let us have any confusion of what they were going to be. They just had to get the sign up.
Sony really did just put they really kind of led the pack there.
We're just taking our good old time.
Sony learned from doing all this it was too much money, and that's why they're not here, and Ubisoft is going to learn that lesson next year, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, Ubisoft's not having a conference right after they did the
last
Symphony.
year, Sony did that with the banjo, and they moved different places. And
they, I think they completed E3.
Their
E3 lineage.
I think they'll be back. I think they're probably going to do all that stuff at PSX this year.
Perhaps so. And I think they're getting ready for the PS5 and all that stuff, and they just were...
busy.
Yeah, a little.
Well, they also don't have any big new announcements, probably.
Yeah, but we still are waiting Last of Us. I think we'll get a Last of Us 2 an announcement at PSX or something. Release date.
I'll tell you what, this beats the hell out of the Madden marching band.
Nah, I liked that a lot.
Okay. Is this like the Assassin's Creed theme music, or is it just...
This is my favorite track from Assassin's Creed.
Really?
Yep.
What's it called?
Forgotten Son. I don't know.
It sounds like an Elder Scrolls Online
expansion.
Stoneclaw. Alright, we had Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Assassin's Creed, What was the one before that in Egypt?
Man, I couldn't tell you
Oh
any
my gosh,
tracks
I
from
can't tell you
Assassin's
any of
Creed.
these
And I
ones.
liked the first 3 a lot, but I can't tell you anything.
This is Assassin's Creed 3, right?
Yeah,
Are they just gonna go through the whole series?
hopefully. Assassin's Creed Pirates 4.
After this one, it's gonna be a whole lot of stuff I don't know nothing about, man.
After this one, people's faces are going to disappear, like in the... What was it? Unity was the one where
Yep.
people's faces were disappearing, glitches and stuff.
They should bring in some like techno glitchy like.
They should
filters
frick
on
up the
them.
instruments, like actually frick it up, like the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. Okay, here comes the choir. I remember when the first Assassin's Creed was shown at E3, and it was going to be a PS3 exclusive, but they changed that.
Was it?
It was, and I was so excited when they said it was coming to 360, and I played that game and loved it, and just never touched another one of them.
I think 2's my favorite. I think 2 was the best one. They
It
hit
just
their peak
blows
at
my
2.
mind how it's gone on and on and on. What is the one in Egypt called?
Odyssey.
No, that's the one in Greece.
Um,
No, Rome was 2. I think that's Greece. Was Odyssey? What? It was Assassin's Creed Origins.
Origins, yeah. They're all the same name.
Oh, they
after-
skipped. Look, they went right from Black Flag to Origins. Is that Unity? I don't.
I can't tell. I couldn't tell you. If we're talking what God of War did with this reboot in the whole series, let's talk about Assassin's Creed reboot.
Well, they did that with Origins. They made it like a Witcher style RPG. Did you not know that?
I remember that them changing that, but I want an even bigger Assassin's Creed reboot.
And if we're talking about when God of War did a big reveal with the orchestra, this is night and day. This is just kind of.
Well, and you have to remember, on the Sony one, they played to the gameplay. They actually had new gameplay, and they played to the thing.
No, not at first. They came out and they were just playing with nothing on the screen, and we didn't know what it was for.
Yeah, but the gameplay did come up.
And later, like after a few minutes, but what I'm saying is they built it up for a couple minutes, and then they played the... Yeah, exactly. But this just kind of doesn't have the same effect.
Maybe, is this an Assassin's Creed anniversary or something? Maybe that's why they're doing it? Well, it came out 2007 was the first one, I thought.
The next game is Assassin's Creed Symphony.
Oh, you get to play.
They're announcing the tour.
You kill... Oh!
You gonna get some tickets to that?
Yeah, I love
Hey,
Assassin's Creed
send the
music.
dweebs. Send us there. Send us. Well, our Gmail is open.
What's this song called? As your song goes on. I just don't know the music. I mean, not that it's not good music and it takes talent to play it, but I just don't.
What you just saw was only a
Stick with me.
glimpse of the Assassin's Creed Symphony tour starting on June 29th.
She's pulling double duty. She was doing the pre-show.
Yeah, she ran down here.
Orchestra and choir playing the iconic themes from Assassin's Creed.
Iconic.
While you relive some of the most memorable moments.
Name one song right now. Get her on the spot. I hope that guy says that. What's your
What's
favorite?
your favorite song?
What's your favorite song?
I mean, excellent music, great performances, goosebumps. If you like those things, I think those shows are going to be for you. But, of course,
I'm gonna say they're already in hot water as far as do they need a show.
Ubisoft E3 conference.
When your number one announcement is a tour.
Perfume Theater in Los Angeles. Now the house is packed. And to give you folks at home an idea what that feels like, can I please hear the balcony people make some noise?
Yeah.
Now, if you please, I'd like to do the same for the people sitting on the ground floor.
Yeah.
If I was at E3, I would spend zero time at a press conference like this. I'd be in line to play games. I would just be not here.
Well,
I'd go to a Microsoft or a Sony
I'd go
one,
to
but not one of these side ones, maybe.
all around the world, please.
I like that new Ubisoft logo. They've been using that the past couple of years. It's nice.
Good logo, Ubi.
Didn't they like 3 years in a row announce like a new like initiative to make newbie games? Hasn't it been them like 3 years in a row that like the Syndicate, like they were announcing different like code names for like a team that was just gonna make games.
Yeah,
and then they
did.
never talk about them again. They've done it 3 times.
I want to see if Press Record is back. I think that's gotten just forgotten about, right? Like
I never heard about it after the conference and people joking about it. The Crew 3.
London, greatest city in the world. Well, used to be. Now it's a right mess. Government's fucked off. Extremists are grabbing power. Organised crime is slicing up the boats. The war dogs are out. And freedom's a bloody joke.
Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
This ain't their London. This is our London.
This series has changed so much entry to entry.
It's all of us. Together.
Watch Dogs, I remember being so excited for. That was a Ubisoft game I was excited for. And that would have done so much better if it was a launch title for PS4 because it got pushed back. It was going to be a launch,
They
but
should have just launched it.
yeah.
So gob shut, eyes peeled there.
For being a launch game, that would have been really fun.
If I did, I wouldn't feel them.
Okay. A little bit of a futuristic city.
Bloody drones are everywhere, kicking our fucking teeth in lately.
Then I recommend you recruit someone who can deal with drones.
Brilliant, never would have thought of that.
Find a recruit. There's gotta be somebody out in the street.
Sod off.
Right, easy. I'm complying.
Impressive skill set.
Sure, but we need a drone expert, Raj, not a shit kicker. File that one away for later.
This is like Metal Gear Solid 5. May die randomly?
Isn't that everybody?
This is kind of interesting so far.
They're taking the concept of Watch Dogs where you could scan everybody's like career and
But now
stuff.
you can use them.
Now you can use them, yeah.
Jimmy Shaw. No
What do you? And how do you get them? You fold them up.
How do you know his drone damage?
Fucking hell, we find out drone expert and he's about to get himself knocked.
This like wacky like death phase that games are in, like with skulls and like weird masks, like that 4v4 thing we saw yesterday, and you know what I'm talking about?
4v4.
Like all this stuff where people wearing like the 4v4 melee game we watched yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Like just these wacky masks and like Rage 2 and just like
Well, I think it's. I could be
it's
wrong.
so
I could
loud,
be wrong on
you
this.
know what I mean? It's so visually loud.
Could be wrong, but I think part of that is trying to sell in-game content.
Cosmetics.
I think it's more of that.
It's got, yeah, it must be because it's just so loud. So many games have so many loud elements like that. I guess like I think this world kind of looks cool, so maybe that's part of it. It just reminds me of like what the Purge. I don't
Yeah.
know, like it's just confusing. It's a social strand game.
We lost Ian. He's gone.
Oh.
Lay to rest. Is there gonna be like a funeral?
Okay, that's really cool. That's neat.
Get her out there.
Lovely evening, isn't it?
This almost gives me like a John Wick vibe. You've got all these.
Yeah.
Bloody machines.
Get used to it. In the long march of progress, everything dies eventually.
Eventually, even you, Badly, I'm sure.
Now, there's my Helen. Speaking of death, you'll never guess what will happen to Ian.
For God's sake, Badly, a little respect.
This is awesome.
Started. He was working on a new recruit, a drone expert.
That's promising. What do we know about him?
Albion scans Jimmy just before Ian
That is
gets
so
killed.
smart to just have a running roster of characters you're cycling through instead of one.
Tighter than your compression stockings.
Are they now?
Scorpions even taken over Scotland Yard. Complicated matters. And there's my way in. Hello, darling. Time to go. They'll be on to me.
What on earth?
The files you stole indicate that Jimmy's gone to Camden Market.
Let's get someone over there badly. Chop, chop.
Ready for some action, Naomi?
Always. But this recruit better be worth all the trouble.
According to the Scotland Yard records, Jimmy's sister was killed by Clan Kelly, who believe he's seeking his revenge inside Camden Market.
Camden Black Market, you mean?
Yes, the Kellys are rumoured to run all sorts of illicit goods out of the old stables, some with fingers and toes.
So
I think this is cool.
So this got. I was just thinking about something. So this got leaked. Did you see that? This got
I
leaked.
saw it got leaked, but I didn't really
From
read
Box
it.
Art or whatever. It makes me, because at first we were just talking about earlier how, why did they give the Final Fantasy VII remake release date before the conference? I think there's a point in time where they hand over information and that's when stuff gets leaked.
Yep, so they didn't just get out ahead of it.
So they got ahead of it and stuff. They were like, we're gonna control it or whatever.
Must be. I'm gonna say right now, never played a Watchdog, and always thought the series looked kind of whatever. This is really neat though. This is cool.
concept, yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's a good vertical slices, multiple vertical slices, really.
Already lost one operative, so try not to get killed, or we'll be at the rest of the day.
Probably that.
What the hell? Is this still me? This better be a joke, or I'm standing.
Has there ever been a series where you didn't play the first one, didn't play the second one, and you hopped in the third one or the fourth one and really liked it, and that was just the one you played?
Yakuza.
Yakuza?
I think that's one of the only. I usually like to start. Even that, I watch cutscenes and stuff to catch
Yeah.
up, but from jumping in, not playing the other
Did you
ones.
play Far Cry 1 and 2?
Yes, I didn't beat them, but I started them up before I started 3, and I couldn't make it through.
Yeah.
I got a little bit into 1, and 1 is just...
Because watching this just kind of making me think, like, do I do that really? And I played Far Cry Blood Dragon. That's the only one I ever played, and I had a great time with it.
I usually
So
try
this is a
not
series
to.
I feel like you could just jump into. You don't have to play the other
But
one.
I felt that kind of about Devil May Cry 5, because that looks
Yeah.
freaking
It
unreal.
looks
It's so
awesome.
fun. But... And I'm mixed on. I kind of do want to play those older ones. I remember watching friends play those growing up, and it's like,
That's so many games to play
yeah,
through.
it's a lot. It's a lot to go through. So I might just jump into 5. I don't know yet.
Yeah. That thing reviewed really well too, didn't it?
Yeah, and it looked freaking fun.
Reinforcements are converging on your position.
I think what could sink or swim this game is, are there really a lot of different things to do, or are you doing the same types of missions over
Yeah.
and over again? Because that's where Ubisoft games typically fall, is doing the same thing over and over.
That's the rolling help.
Jeez. Some John Wick stuff.
Everybody's inspired by John Wick this E3.
Yep.
Some people are even bringing them to the conference.
Well, we showed those fucks, didn't we?
We almost died out there tonight.
Look, thanks for helping me, but I can handle myself.
Right. You think you're better off alone. You think everyone else has given up and there's no one to trust. That's what they want you to think. And that's how they'll take us. one at a time. It doesn't have to be that way. Together, we can change things.
Wait. What happened to that bloke who helped me?
He didn't make it.
Fuck it.
And you sitting there all night?
Welcome to DedSec, James.
You know what? Screw it.
Okay, so where do I go to meet the rest of the crew?
You don't need to go anywhere. Look around you. Everyone has a reason to fight, and DedSec is open to anyone.
Anyone?
Welcome to the Resistance.
It's a really neat mechanic. It'd be interesting to see how they pull it off. I mean, how many people can you voice? I think getting away from one protagonist is a good move for them, though, because they've whiffed 2 games in a row.
Yeah. I can't remember. Did 2 sell bad?
Yeah, I don't think it was amazing. It wasn't awful. Bad enough that they didn't do a 3. They just did a new thing, Legion.
Thank you. Guess I'm gonna make you all wait so long. I should really knock it out of the park, huh?
Has it been that long?
I'm Clint Hawking. I'm the creative director of Watch Dogs Legion. And for the past few years, the team and I have had the privilege to work on a game and an innovation that we are very proud of. Watch Dogs Legion is set in London, one of the greatest cities in the world, and it's had a massive influence on all of our culture for centuries. Today, Brexit, London's at a turning point. It's hard to predict what the future holds for the UK.
I predicted Columbine.
This caused Brexit? People run around
I
with
predicted, remember that one guy? I predicted Columbine the week before it happened.
All of us go together. In our near future, London is
That got really weird and real for no reason.
With Brexit, people in mouse masks might start running around.
Next GTA, New York City, big city, huge impact on our culture. 9/11.
You know what? Listen
Like,
to
what are we
this.
doing
Hey,
here?
Miyazaki's going to get up on stage to talk about the new Elder Ruin game next year at E3. Like, we're finally ready to show the gameplay. Takes place in a post-apocalyptic world. Volcanoes reign supreme, dragons run around, and once Trump got elected, there are dragons. And
In Watch Dogs Legion, you can recruit and play as anyone.
Hey,
and now we're going to show you Raven
Here's where
rabbits.
I'm at.
And after
At
Brexit,
least-
these rabbits,
Yeah.
these rabbits have gone nuts.
Here's what I'm at. This is good because they have a new gameplay mechanic. It is pretty inventive.
Yeah.
At least for this scale of a game. Like, there's
Yeah.
a lot of games where you change the main character, but they're smaller games typically. And they're proud of this mechanic and they're showing it off. This beats the heck out of Gears of War 5.
Yeah.
Where
at
they're
least
showing
taking something else.
weird crap and they're not talking about the core of the game.
To give them even more credit, they do that even with the Far Cry series. They did that with like the Blood Dragon. Like they're okay with twisting and making
Yeah.
its own weird spin-off kind of game.
I feel like there's just always these guardrails on Ubisoft where it's like you can do weird things, but they never go all the way with it. They never go take a big risk. It feels like. But this is cool.
But it's more than Gears of War 5. Like,
This would need to
taking
get
a
10 out
chance.
of 10s for me to buy it.
Yeah.
But it's cool. Gangsta.
Gangsta.
These ladies fucking invented hacking.
Yeah.
Cringe.
Play as Anyone is the innovation that transforms a story about freeing London and the world from the grip of tyranny into a game.
Could you just recruit every person in the city?
Hey, everybody's on my side. Oh, okay.
Or it's like a clan where you got like a cap.
So on behalf of the Watch Dogs Legion's team here and around the world, I hope to see you on the booth. Thank you for your time, and welcome to the Resistance.
Welcome to the Resistance. After Brexit, this could be our future.
Didn't we already see this?
Had a good run there for a while. Now it's all right. Bombings. And people thrown in cages like animals. Oh, and who could forget the killer robots everywhere?
There's a lot of drones.
So yeah.
There's a lot of political imagery in this game.
It's up to us to take our city back. Thing is, we can't do it alone. We need to recruit a resistance.
Was it Ubisoft that recently did an interview? One of our favorite forums, Reset Era, shouts out. Didn't they have a thread on there where somebody said like we're not putting messages in our game, like, or they were or they weren't? I can't remember what it was.
You know,
Like political commentary.
I remember that. I can't remember
if it was yay or nay.
I think it might have been Far Cry New Dawn. They were talking about that one.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, we're not going to do as much of the political stuff in this one.
But this one they are. They mentioned Brexit at the freaking conference.
Here's the thing, and it's
So
the
now
same
they
way
have
with
to.
Far Cry 5. Like, Far Cry 5 in the ads, they really played up, like, these people in the South, these Christian cult people are doing this and that, and people are like, oh, they're going to go hard on Trump country, and then the game comes out, and it
was the same thing.
They
Yeah,
don't
it was
really
so-
dive
yeah.
into it. You know what I mean? I feel like they'll appropriate some of those imagery, and like they had like a 99% sign and stuff in this,
yeah.
but they're not going to actually go there with the story. It's just going to be. That old lady's kind of funny.
You can recruit anyone. And all mean bloody anyone. Him, her, everyone is a secret weapon. Find them.
Hey, here you can't get in trouble for representation if you make everybody playable. They're geniuses.
Yeah.
You can't get in trouble now. Nobody can say I don't like.
They learned from Assassin's Creed. And they said, okay, now you can play as everybody.
You're so right about all these masks that are going to be for microtransactions
Yeah.
and stuff. All right, I'm over it.
Yeah, we spent, I think, like 25. We're 25 minutes in.
Are we really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Unless they started late.
It's always sunny. God, I love that show.
Hello, my name is Rob McElhenney, and for the past 14 years, I have been making a television show called It's Always Sunny.
You ever heard about how they made this show? The
No.
pilot. Him and his friend just wrote the pilot and shot it on like camcorders in an
I
apartment
am here
and
today
turned it into
because
FX.
I love games.
And that's how they got
And
the
I wanted to
first
express
season.
that love in the only way that I know how, save for playing them, and that is to make a TV show about them. More importantly, the people who create those games and the people who play them. So, last year, I called the funniest people that I knew, Charlie Day, Megan Gans, and David Hornsby, all executive producers on Sony, and we started talking. We realized very early on that if we were going to do this, we wanted
He's
to
a
do it
good-looking guy.
as authentic as possible, because, as you all know, nobody smells bullshit like this particular community. So we did the right thing. We partnered with Ubisoft, and away we went. It has been an incredible experience working with one of the biggest and best game developers in the world to inspire us, because our show takes place in the fictional studio that created the biggest MMORPG in the world, Mythic Quest. And we meet them on the cusp of releasing their biggest expansion yet, Mythic Quest, Raven's Banquet. The show follows the team of devs as they navigate the challenges of running their game while dealing with the difficulties of modern office life. These people are truly stuck together, yet they grind it out day after day for the love of the game.
100-hour
At the head of
weeks.
that team is my character, creative director, Ian Grimm. Like, like most creative directors, he's gifted, driven, and tirelessly dedicated to his game. And like most of the creative directors that I've met, He has an ego the size of a city bus. I'm gonna get my ass kicked backstage because we're live today. Joking aside, it is clear that those creative directors and the thousands of people who work on these games put everything that they can into them. They recognize that they have a tremendous opportunity
Interesting.
and responsibility. That they must do everything in their power.
Making a TV show.
to ensure
Yep.
that
They had a little more of a budget than we did.
you deserve. I promise you that in making this show, we took the same approach. So without further ado, here is a brief look into our upcoming TV series for Apple TV Plus, Mythic Quest.
What is Apple TV Plus?
It's their subscription TV thing, like Netflix.
What is Mythic Quest?
These guys are so.
Some may say it's just a video game. When it first debuted, MQ was hailed as a masterpiece. Now played in 20 different countries on 6 continents, it's the biggest massive multiplayer role-playing game of all time. And today, they find themselves on the precipice of their first major expansion, Mythic Quest: Raven's Banquet. And it all falls on the shoulders of one man, creative director Ian Grimm.
When we think about cultural touchstones, we think E.T., Star Wars, Avatar, and yet our industry dwarfs the traditional entertainment business. So when we think about legends, why not think Mythic Quest?
True indeed. And when we think of visionary world-building artists, instead of just Spielberg, Lucas, and Cameron, why not think Grimm?
I'm sorry, I gotta stop. What is this? It's a commercial for the game.
It's a commercial for you.
It's still going.
Oh my god. This is insane.
I think it's brilliant.
Ubisoft really don't have any games this year.
If you guys want to see another video game show, check out Dweebs. That's a really cool show that some people made on YouTube. And, has some video game
right here on this
side
channel.
into it. Yeah,
Really?
just click on our name on the channel.
Hey there, my name is Parker, Taro Mackay, esports caster for Rainbow Six
No,
Siege.
don't do it.
There's so many exciting things to come in year 4. In-game events, map reworks, playlist updates, a roster of 52 unique offerings.
People really like Rainbow Six Siege.
I think it's got that whole One Life, Gears of War kind of multiplayer setup. Very strategic. When you die, you're out. Or just 5v5 or whatever.
Stop.
Don't
Stop.
do it.
And some of your favorite Twitch streamers
Don't.
from Twitch Rivals
God.
Celebrity Show Match. But right now, here's a glimpse of the new season in action. Thank you, everyone, and have a great E3.
I think it's cool you can break walls down in this game. I want to play this game, but I never will because it's like impossible to get into probably. I would just get annihilated.
I'm gonna say something probably really offensive. When Assassin's Creed 1 came out, I was like, how can games look so good? It was when I first got my HD television and stuff. When's the last time you looked at a Ubisoft game and said, wow, these graphics are blowing me away?
None of their games look amazing.
To the point where I played...
People, I mean, the new Assassin's Creeds, people think look really good. Like,
but nothing's blown me away like a Naughty Dog or like a God of War.
Yeah, that's not
or
their
like,
thing. I would
look at this, and this isn't
their
the whole
art
world.
style in general goes for like realism, but it's not high fidelity.
Because what's weird is something like that's open world, like Metal Gear Solid 5. I know this is online, so there's probably that in it. But Metal Gear Solid 5 was open world. It looked incredible. It looked like some of the best this generation, but it was open world. So
that's also a years old game.
Yeah,
the game's almost 5 years old. So,
but I was talking just
Watch Dogs wasn't a real looker by any
it wasn't bad, but it also wasn't like.
Again? Yeah, that's what you get when you take on the Brawlhalla master. He's this or whack. 1v1 me, bro. For real. Yeah. I'll tell you.
Adventure Time
Wanna choose a different character?
in the Rayman Legends
I choose me.
engine.
Yeah! Woohoo! Brawl Jabrit! Oh, my burrito! Whoa! It's those guys from the game! What time is it?
I've never watched Adventure. I don't know anything about it. What is Brawlhalla?
It's an indie game.
Is it like Smash?
I've never played it, so I don't know. I know
It looks like Smash.
I know I've heard the name before.
Really looks like Smash. Yikes.
25 million! Dude, that's almost 25 and a half million! Oh, snap! Look out! Bacon pancakes, bacon pancakes! Brawlhalla? Brawlhalla? No, man! Brawlhalla!
Jesus.
This game is...
Brawlhalla.
What a fart.
I don't know. A lot of people are into Adventure Time. I've never seen it, but
The Crew 3.
Destiny. Wow, they got Destiny on here now.
The only test of a man's worth is battle. When those rounds come screaming past your head, you're gonna learn if you are hungry enough to take that victory.
I don't know what this is.
Destiny.
We're going to battle with the soldiers that we used to be. Ghosts.
Isn't that actor from Walking Dead?
And you better believe that they are hungry too.
He looks like it.
I have no idea. Is this Ghost Recon?
They may have been your friends.
The old Ghost Recons.
On 360.
Yeah.
I used to have a lot of fun playing
I
those.
loved Advanced Warfare. I love Ghost Recon 2.
These ghosts, they are the past.
But
They still serve the
That was the last Ghost Recon, Tom Clancy type game I played.
right now. For the future, the world needs us. I'm honored. I'm honored to be here with you tonight. And as you head into battle,
is this supposed to be like hyping up the gamers? What are we doing?
I can't believe they got Destiny. It's pretty
remember
cool.
this. You are the few with the courage to make history. You had the desire to take victory. You will be on a battlefield full of ghosts, but only you have that hunger. That hunger that makes you wolves.
Jesus. That's the worst trailer I've ever
Wolves.
seen. That is the worst trailer I've ever seen for a game.
Breakpoint.
What are we doing?
We got a dog up there.
What's going on, everybody? Hey, I'm John.
What'd you do to bit somebody?
Thank you for having me. Thank you. It's a real honor to be here with you guys today. Thank
That
you.
is the guy from Walking Dead.
That guy's wearing combat boots. He really is the guy that makes Ghost Recon. He sits at his desk programming wearing combat boots.
I'm enormously proud to be part of the development of this game. was a pleasure to work with.
Everybody saw what Kojima was doing, and it opened up the floodgates. Like, we got to get actors in these things.
Yeah.
Men over the years.
Is this guy an actor?
Deputy fighting zombies. Special.
Who is this guy?
He was on Walking Dead.
Oh.
Special forces soldier who lost everything. And now.
Is that who was talking in that video?
Yeah.
He's a skilled former special operations soldier with his own sense of responsibility, his own moral code. He knows how.
Every Ghost Recon game has a guy named Ramirez. Every single one.
He's willing
Gomez.
to do whatever it takes to complete his mission and take control of Aroa. There is no briefing. There's no backup. You will not face a group of bad guys or a criminal organization. You will face an entire army. My army.
Sounds like a bad plan. Sounds like a real bad
The
plan.
dog's pretty chill for helping out. It's like, what? Why do I always overclack him?
We've got the numbers, we've got the organization, and remember, we train.
Once you speak at our conference, okay, we want you to walk out there with the dog, and we will tell it to sit down. Okay, I guess.
There's an unparalleled arsenal of high-tech weapons in Aroa. So if you think you have what it takes, strap on your boots and you get ready.
They really trusted that dog, but it's very well trained. But
see you in Aroa. We'll be waiting.
What's the point of the dog just sitting there?
Are they gonna get the dog?
Perfect predators. They have the knowledge of their hunting ground, but we have the element of surprise. They have the technology.
My other problem with some of these Ubisoft, I think I even said it on some of these past E3s, was they don't really have that distinctive styles. Like
No.
if you interchange this with Watch Dogs or something else,
Just
sometimes,
the art style, yeah.
Sometimes I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. The only thing I can point out is Assassin's Creed,
But like the visual, like the way the characters look, they look like.
They have an army. We fight with our brothers and sisters. They are hungry, but we are enraged.
You know what blew my mind? That Ghost Recon Wildlands. We were talking about bought that because we don't play it. We don't know anyone who plays it. That game was the highest selling game of 2018 2017. How unbelievable is
so
that?
that is pretty crazy. So we're in the minority here.
A lot of people love this stuff, man. Is the Division Ubisoft?
Yes.
Hi everyone. Being a community developer on Ghost Recon Wildlands and Breakpoint has been an incredible journey for me so far. When we first announced the game, you were very excited. And after discussions with members of our community,
I'm gonna say something. Might be controversial.
A lot of controversial statements.
And I'm not against it.
Okay.
But I noticed
All right.
a trend that these live service games,
Okay.
they always enrage your fans, right?
Yeah.
So the community manager job is a very important job because this needs to be someone that keeps the fans docile to a certain extent and keeps you trusting the company.
Okay.
Every single one of these companies hires like a young girl to be their community manager for these very male-dominated games like Warframe. This game. The only one that's not that way, Destiny's not that way. I'm not against it. I think that all the women who do the job are great at it. I'm not saying anything they shouldn't have the job. But isn't that interesting? Like,
it is interesting, but we're now canceled.
I don't care. I just think it's interesting. Like, I don't know. They build up good followings and stuff. So I don't know.
however you show your love for Ghost Recon,
Yeah, whatever it's doing is working because that was the best-selling game. So
Yeah, I mean,
they have a good team.
It's just interesting. It's very interesting. You just don't see a lot of male community managers. I don't know why.
I'll take it a step further.
I'm not saying there should be more. I'm not making any comment on that. I'm just saying it's interesting.
They have that old lady assassin. I want to see someone 90 up there, a 90-year-old woman as a community manager.
That'd be great. That'd be great. That would be excellent.
This sucks. What'd you say? What do you want me to do? You know what I think about a lot
doing my best.
is that lady at the Game Awards when they showed Death Stranding, and she was like, she made the first Atari game or something.
Yeah.
She was around during the Atari days. She was
Yeah.
such an old lady, and they showed the Death Stranding trailer right after she sat down.
She was like, what has happened? That was one of the best. I loved that when
Yeah.
they did that at the Game Awards and they showed that lady's story. That was awesome.
Behind enemy lines, you will be fighting the most dangerous enemies the boss have ever faced, constantly testing your survival skills. Yes, we can't wait to welcome you in Ghost Recon Breakpoint on October 4th.
Have they just been? They brought in 8 people to talk about Ghost Recon, right?
What?
Are they still talking about Ghost? The one? Was this the same game they're just talking about? Ghost Recon? They're still talking about this?
Yeah, I think so. Or maybe this is Wild Night. Oh no, it's the beta. Yeah, they're still talking about
Okay.
You can register on our website.
I feel like when you change people, usually you're show something else. of
Yeah.
the game or
Well, they brought the community manager out and she talked about the community and they brought him out to talk about the beta.
okay.
They could have consolidated that a little bit.
New content, free updates, and many surprises inspired by our community.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
There's the community right there. They're pumped. Can we get just some gameplay, man?
Terminator. Another Terminator tie-in? Can we freaking drop the Terminator stuff? Gosh, is Terminator going to be in... Terminator is in Final Fantasy VII Remake. Oh my gosh, I just realized that. It's going to be in the remake of Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, I'm broken.
Alright. See you all out there. Have a good one.
What was it in on Microsoft? Gears 5?
Gears of War. Surprised he's not in Fallout 76. Right on cue.
You know, I'm going to say something really controversial here.
This stream's bringing out the best in us, isn't it?
It's not showing enough games, so we have to, like, juice it up. We're juicing the stream up.
We're getting dicey.
But, you know what? I'm going to say it. War is bad.
Yeah.
Lots of guns.
Their entire brand is war.
I say let's get back to love. Have a sex simulator.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
And it would work in so many genres. Turn-based.
Yeah.
They go and then you go and then they go and then you go. You know.
You make a move, they make a move. Tit for tat.
Action. Imagine the combos you'd have to memorize.
Yeah.
VR.
Oh yeah, VR
Stealth.
implementation.
I don't know about that one.
You're sneaking up on your wife or your husband.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's their birthday.
Yeah.
And they asked for it.
Yeah, but they wanted to be surprised.
One scenario.
Game.
One scenario.
Yeah,
You get one scenario.
Role-playing game.
Yeah, level up your stats.
Even mobile.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Well, I'm having a good time on the Ubisoft stream so
Let's
far.
bring in a love game, not a war game.
Not a hate game. There we go. We got our answer. This looks lovely. And I don't think it's Just Dance at all.
10 years.
Luckily.
10.
Are we going for nostalgia on the Just Dance ad?
That's a lot of dancing.
Oh, God.
We're exhausted. I know. But think of everything we've done. It's not for us, or for you, or you. It's for them, the players. We danced, and Silvio and his girlfriend got married. We danced, and our friend Jaden Rodriguez danced for millions, bringing together generations. We danced.
That's right.
Records. Do you remember
Is there a big, strong, like, Just Dance community, I guess?
A lot of people buy it.
I'm
they
gonna
make
just
a
assume
million.
every one of these games has a community.
They do.
It's good. I mean, I think it's a good thing, but...
It's transcendent. It unites, and it shows us who we are. That's why Just Dance is more than Just Dance.
Just Dance RPG.
Just Dance 2020. Yes! Yes! Finally!
Are these people in the community?
You know what I have found very weird in the last year? And this is more true for people younger than us. Panic at the Disco's kind of had a revitalization.
Yeah.
I mean, this right now, but like there's people I know that are really into Panic at the Disco, and I know people that are in school, like younger kids, are really into Panic at the Disco.
They've transitioned their sound and.
We're making fun of this, but we're the idiots that watch it.
I know, we're watching. We're doing it to ourselves. Why are we doing this?
You know what's funny is when we first started doing these reaction videos, we didn't do Ubisoft.
No,
I don't think we did.
No.
Maybe it's time to rethink our reaction strategy for the channel.
Maybe.
As I've sat into this.
This guy knows what this is. It's like very awkward. It's like there's no room sound. Like we're not hearing their feet. Like we're just getting audio. Oh my gosh. Who are these like random guys? That's just a regular guy.
Yeah.
It's coming this November. It's coming to Stadia. So you could dance like an asshole on the train. Get out of my way. I'm trying to just dance on the Wii, the regular Wii. It's coming out for the Wii.
Did it say Wii?
It said Wii.
Wii U, maybe?
No, it just said Wii.
Oh, weird. Maybe they're still making it
There
for the Wii.
are probably still a lot of people.
I think there are, yeah.
Bro, somewhere there is somebody who has a Wii has bought every Just Dance, and they're just pumped for this new one.
But you know what? They're gonna buy it, and they've never seen what we had to go through.
Yeah, we sat through this by choice.
Yeah, I'm gonna rethink.
Assassin's Creed, Sekiro.
Oh, this is For Honor expansion.
Yeah, you're right.
She slaughtered every
You're definitely right. They're bringing in Shinobis.
and became the spirits of death.
I'm gonna start playing some Ubisoft games. I'm gonna be a bit of a UB fan.
You're gonna just go for it?
Yep, I'm gonna start with Just Dance. You know,
That's a good.
get warmed up. It's a good warm up, I think.
Well, they're only not war games. So.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna only get into war.
Let's think about it on that note. Also, how out of place is Just Dance in their catalog? They even took Mario and gave him a gun. Like, this is what they do, is just put guns in people's hands. People love this game, man. I was at the gas station buying snacks the other day, and I was talking to the guy, and he was like, "You play games?" I don't know why he asked me. I don't know if you ever heard me talk to my brother. So I said, "Yeah." He's like, "What do you play?" I was like, "I do this." He's like, "I play For Honor, man. Give me your game tag." And I was like, "I actually don't have that game, but awesome." You know what I mean? Like,
did you give him a game tag?
Well, I gave it to him. I was like, "I'm not on there a lot, but here you go." Like, but he was like, that was his game. So there are a lot of people.
Did you maybe have a game shirt on or whatever? Do you own any game shirts?
No. I was with my brother.
That.
He might have heard me talking about Magic or something.
We gotta fix that. We gotta get you in a Just Dance 2020 shirt.
I would wear a Just Dance shirt.
Splinter Cell. No, that I don't know if they do that in Splinter Cell.
Is this Alien? They don't own Alien. No.
Oh, is this Zombie U?
I was gonna say, is this a new zombie game? Yeah, it's definitely zombies.
Zombie U. That game is freaking cool. Was that Ubisoft?
I had fun with Zombie U, and then I have it on PC now and tried playing it a little bit. It's scary.
Is Zombie U on PC? But is it called just Zombie?
Yeah, they changed it to Zombie. It worked best on the Wii U, for sure.
That was so fun when the Wii U came out playing that, like, having a group of people come over. It's just terrifying. Oh, we were totally off there. Rainbow Six Quarantine.
Oh, that's
3-player tag. Can we get
cool.
4-player?
That is, I will say, after playing a lot of Destiny, it does work really well to have 3 players. It helps with balancing things.
The reason I want 4 is I wish there was couch co-op, because you could have 4. And it's just
this game won't have couch co-op anyway, though.
Yeah.
It's called Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Quarantine. I'm part of a new team in Ubisoft Montreal that set out on an exciting new mission. Create a radically redesigned co-op experience.
That's cool, because that game only has PvP right
One
now.
of the best shooters of this generation. What Siege is to the PvP shooter genre, we will be to PvE co-op.
Her eyebrows and her lips match her hair.
Yep.
Quarantine will test
You got it going on.
technical skills and survival in
Pink, pink, pink.
holding you and your operators on the razor's edge. It pulls you together as a squad, facing off against an unknown and devastating parasite. You will risk everything every time you step into quarantine. Stay tuned and start prepping for your next deployment. I can't wait to show you more and have a great E3.
Woohoo! Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get any Beyond Good and Evil.
That game will be out in 5 years.
The Division, Rainbow Six, Ghost Recon.
Yeah, you can't say this. Bethesda loves their fans more. Sorry. They spent about half their thing showing people loving it.
Yeah. These press conferences are more or less fan relations than anything more like anymore. Like, you know, with all the community stuff they talk about. Division 2.
As creative director at Red Storm and
That's not a girl. It's creative director. Oh no, you're talking about
Community manager.
Community manager. That's what you said.
and to see our game come to life.
Gotta reiterate, it's not that I don't want them to go community managers. I think it's great. It's just interesting.
Tremendous pride.
I think they know that these fan communities get angry and they're young males, so they're like, let's calm them down. You know what I mean? Like, get somebody in there, just chill them out.
Had the opportunity to play the Division 2 yet. We would be.
What does a community manager do?
They do a lot, man. Like they run all the streams for the game. They are kind of the front-facing person. Like when a lot of questions come out about new things, they do a lot of interviews. I think they do a lot of like when there's new things rolling out, they'll run forums a lot of times. They do a lot of that kind of like they are like right there with the fans. So I'm sure they get a lot of hate. You know, like I'm not saying they don't, but it's just interesting.
For a year one journey. A journey beyond Washington, D.C.
It's a tough job for real.
Just a city,
This dude looks cool.
but an entire nation.
This is what happened after Brexit.
Yep. Is it Trump got elected? That was such a weird thing he said about Brexit, and then they showed the.
All right. Thank you. Episode 1, coming in July, right around the corner. We deliver to you new main missions and a brand new game experience. But for the first time, we're taking the fight outside the city, and you'll venture deep into the woodlands to spearhead an attack on a presidential compound as you seek to bring a traitor to justice. The National Zoo is the setting of our next mission, where you and your team will hunt down the surviving outcast leader. And this brings us to our final edition of Episode 1, a place called Kenley College, and it's home to an entirely new gameplay experience. One that will take exploration, investigation, and logic to uncover the fate of a
What about a
military
quiz?
convoy
Is there a quiz in
bombing
this one, like Assassin's Creed?
Now, Episode 2, coming this fall, we'll bring to you the Pentagon.
Woo! I love the Pentagon. Yeah.
Once an impenetrable fortress, it has fallen to the Black Tusks. And its secrets
I knew the
are to be thrown
Black
out into
Tusk.
the open.
We're gonna get to the Pentagon eventually.
To secure what lies behind the walls of
Oh,
this
God.
last castle.
Castle.
But this won't be the greatest danger you face in Episode 2. I'm very excited to tell you that our second raid will be coming this fall.
And the Terminator will be in it.
In Episode 5, the White House and the Green Goblins have invaded. Once thought impenetrable.
Records you break this time around. Now, this brings us to our third and final episode of Year 1. What if
I'm exhausted just hearing you talk about it, bud, to be
bringing the
frank.
world as we know it back to life, but the opposite. One man holds that power, and humanity itself is at stake. Agents, it's time to engage in a manhunt.
If this is Sam Fisher, I'm gonna be pissed.
Did you play Splinter Cell? Were you
Yeah,
Splinter Cell?
I liked a couple of them a lot. Yeah, but if they like don't make a Splinter Cell game and then they make them just like somebody in a DLC,
Yeah.
the way they're hyping this up makes me think this was gonna be.
It's gonna be Keanu Reeves.
We had the training. We fought to protect the weak. But training doesn't prepare you to hunt someone you used to call brother. He has left us no other choice. If we don't stop it, there will be nothing left to save.
Going back to New York City.
Holy shit, what about that?
What was it? I guess they're going to New York.
Well, the first one was in New York.
One last thing. As you might know, we have been working on a movie. It will be directed by David Leitch, starring Jessica Chastain and Jake Gyllenhaal.
It'll never come out.
Today, I'm proud to announce that we will be making the Division movie with Netflix. More to come on.
Okay, then it'll come out if it's a made for Netflix.
Thank you.
You know what that means? Their movies are great.
I can't wait to watch the Division movie.
What was that supposed to be teasing? Who was the guy? I guess
It says a manhunt.
Oh well. Uno.
Wow. Hello, everyone. I'm Brenda Panagrossi. I'm Vice President of Platform and
Nice.
Product Management. Ubisoft has been creating worlds for over 30 years. We have the most diverse library of games, and we're
Uno on the 360 when you could use the webcam and people would just
play them.
pull out their penis.
I'm
Do you
here
remember
to
that on the
announce
360?
Ubisoft's new subscription service
I
on
do.
PC.
What? Why is it Uno? You play Plus.
Finally, everybody has Plus everything now.
Get ready to give them more money, guys.
You'll get earliest available access to new
Oh
games.
gosh, I just remember how much I hated Uplay.
Yeah.
I got free games, I never played them because I
Yeah.
didn't want to deal with Uplay. So that's a.
You can enjoy the depth of our PC catalog that includes over 100 games.
Sorry, we're going to Stadia.
Please clap.
Please clap.
Why don't they just go work for Stadia?
Uplay Plus will be $14.99 a month. If you
Woo!
sign up today, we'll
Or you can get Xbox One thing for 15 and get PC and your Xbox for $15 a month.
That is so steep. When you think about how many freaking services there are.
Do you make enough games to where $15 a month would be worth it on Ubisoft? Maybe so. I don't know.
It's barely that way with Xbox. They get all sorts of third party.
Yeah.
Crew 2. Plus DLCs. When you think about the plus DLCs, that makes it a little more worth it because look at all the DLC stuff they put out.
I was thinking about this earlier with Stadia and even freaking Bethesda's trying to get into some type of streaming thing with their services or whatever. I think that is what is going to save the industry before it bottoms out because they won't charge more than $60, but then they only give you a third of the game and then you have to pay the rest on DLC.
I think it's going to help a lot.
And I think that will settle. That will help make things a little bit when you have these kind of cloud subscription things. But
Wherever players are, we want to provide access to our games and services. I'm pleased to announce that in 2020, Uplay Plus will be available on Stadia.
they did what you just said.
So why would I subscribe to you if I could just subscribe to them?
Yeah.
Stadia is the new generation gaming platform where you could play our Stadia games from any device. A special thank you to Phil Harrison and his team.
Do I have to pay for a Uplay and a Stadia subscription?
It sounds like.
Sounds like a mess. Sounds like a gosh darn mess to me.
Thank you so much. Have fun playing.
I'm not if I have to pay $30 a
Google's going to
month.
buy Ubisoft before this is all said and done.
They avoided buyout last. Wasn't it last year? Was the big
Yeah,
one?
I think that Google's going to buy them out before it's all over. Roller Rocket League.
So EA chose to not have a E3 as well, and Sony. Do you think they'll come back and do that, or is this like a sign as E3 is kind of changing? Because a lot of people are changing over to more directs, like Nintendo Directs, and Sony even has started their own like directs. Are they going to do it?
I think they'll be back. We'll see.
I think Sony will continue doing like PSX and stuff like that, but maybe, I don't know, maybe this is like a changing of the tide that like...
It's possible. I think that it's such a weird year. I don't think...
I think that too, so
I don't
that,
think
that might
anything
just
can
be
be
that.
read into it too much.
Hello, future champions. My name is Stefan, and I'm a proud member of the Roller Champions team.
If Sony skips twice, then it's like, it's going down, I guess. But.
I think their thought is we already have a stage show with PSX. So let's do our directs and that and see what happens.
Preparing for the big game. The hype of team play and competition, along with the craziness of high-speed racing. So we started working on Roller Champion, a skill-based
I think when you're at E3 every year, it loses its effect. So what you might see is it's not a given that they'll be there every year. They'll just be
And
there some years.
some of these games are taking 4 years to make. It's like we can only, do so much.
Well, they blew it all in 2015, they talked about everything they were going to be making in 2016.
And I got on stage starting my little speech. That's all well and good. But when will you ever get to play this?
Never.
How about today?
Yeah.
Presenting a new IP like this at E3 is screaming into the void.
That's
Like,
right. When we're done here, I want you to head over to Uplay on your PC to download a pre-alpha E3 demo of Roller Champions. Play
I wish
the
more
heck out of
companies
it
would
for
put
the
out
next few days.
demos for
And
everybody
when you're done,
Yeah.
head to the
on
forums and
E3.
Tell us what you thought. And you know what? We firmly believe that you will be screaming as loudly as our colleagues did when they first got to play test it back in Montreal. But I can't just leave you with that. So here's a taste of what you should expect once you click that download button. Put your skates on, see you in the arena.
Thank you.
That like forced smile is just a lot. So it's Rocket League on roller skates. Good luck to them. They got an uphill battle with this.
Kind of looks fun.
Looks fun.
I'm buying it.
Because it's literally called Roller League.
Is that what it's called? Roller League?
Yeah, it's so close.
Roller
Science said
Champions.
Roller League.
Oh, okay.
Alright, let's wrap this up.
We have one more announcement.
Eves.
Splinter Cell
So first I
4,
want to say
5.
thank you to... Thank you! So first I want to say thank you to all the Ubisoft teams around the world for your talent.
Remember like those couple of years where they brought everybody up on stage and like
For another great show.
Yeah.
basically like, hey, this is it.
Yeah.
They did it 2 years in a row and then now they're safe.
They're safe.
So
Because they're about to be bought by Google.
Games have a positive impact on all of us and the world around us. At Ubisoft, our intention is to create games that will make you stronger and happier in your life. When you play Ubisoft games, we hope you will spend quality time with family and friends and meet new inspiring people.
And shoot people in the head.
Learn more about yourself by doing that.
There's a lot of brand dissonance with this company. It's really interesting.
Shape it. So to everyone who play our games, thank you for your love.
You're welcome. Except I can't remember the last time I played a Ubisoft game, so I...
Joke's on us that we're watching it.
To always do better and go further. So now, I'm very proud to announce a new project from an exceptional team in Quebec City. Please give a warm upload to Marc-Alexis Côté, who is coming to show you a sneak peek of his game.
I just remember the last Ubisoft game I played. Assassin's Creed 3 in 2012. I think that was that. Weird hug, but okay.
What are we looking at?
Hello, everybody. Over the last 10 years, I've had the chance to be part of an incredible team that has always pushed the limits of Assassin's Creed and shown us different periods of our past.
Here's Breath of the Wild.
But our imagination has always been bound to the reality of the history books. These past 4 years, our minds have lingered on a different aspect of our history, mythology. The stories of the ancient gods and their misadventures have existed through generations of storytellers and audiences and have transformed into tales that we still know and love today. Now, These stories have shaped our dreams, inspiring us to build something new, something that transcends the limits that we have always set upon ourselves. Today, I am very proud to have the chance to show you a glimpse, to show you a teaser of this brand new game that we've been working on. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you, and have a great E3.
Breath of the Wild.
When heroes need help, they turn to the gods.
It's like Tom Hanks.
Is it?
Sounds like it.
When gods need help, they turn to you.
Gods and Monsters.
Interesting. Whoa, that's soon. Is it open world?
Here we are. Hello, everybody.
I just realized Microsoft didn't show the new Fable yet.
Are they making a new Fable?
It's been rumored for over 2 years.
But this is just the beginning, guys. This is just the beginning. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Did the show end?
This is just the beginning. We are here outside of
They wanted it to be so fast from when the show ended to this that they didn't even tell us it ended. He's like, we're just starting. Yeah, it's over.
together with Twitch rivals. We have our two new best friends, T-Pain and Lil Yachty. We brought
Is that how they ended it? With.
Let's do this shit.
Alright, here's the thing. We have to rethink if we do these. I'm not joking. Like,
Yeah.
These have consistently not been just things to even react to. I don't know. Like, they haven't been. Beyond Good and Evil 2 was fun. I think it was the last year or whatever. Because you get to see me get real excited, and then I just crash down, so there's that.
This was a non-conference.
Super proud, super happy to
Okay.
present to you the Twitch rivals Rainbow Six Siege Celebrity Showdown for the first time. This is
Okay.
Thanks for joining us.
What'd you like from the show? There's not one thing they showed I don't think I would play.
No.
Trials that they had already had or whatever is stuff that I've played before, and I really freaking
I mean,
like
that Gods and Monsters is good for them. They're doing something different. I'm not particularly excited about it.
Yeah.
To our sponsors, to our partners.
Wow.
We didn't get a new Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell been rumored too, I feel like? Or?
No, it's been actually
just
people
MIA.
asking and asking and asking, and they're just missing.
The unexpected teams. Team number 1. Team Pain Makes It Nice.
Alright, well,
I'm
we
losing my mind
played
watching
ourselves.
We got ammunition.
We really played ourselves watching this, so.
How you feeling?
I think that this.
You brought some friends? I did bring some friends.
I think this conference was the nail in the coffin on us
agree.
watching these. Because these were always, before we got really into reactions for the channel.
Ubisoft, I'm done with.
Ubisoft I always skipped, and EA I always skipped.
Yeah, I'm done
And
with
I would check out Square Enix. They had some cool stuff I'm into.
Yeah,
I'm into RPG stuff.
I'm done with Ubisoft. This is just not.
Yeah, I
it's
think
not-
I
it's
think
not
we're
for
putting we're closing the door on a chapter of Dweeb.
It wasn't even like they had an indie showcase where there was some stuff. It was like, okay, cool. Like there was nothing.
There's
there
no
was
indie
not one thing.
showcase.
Even Watch Dogs, which was a little inventive, it's not for me.
Yeah.
Alright.
I think that EA not having a conference saved us as well this year, and then Sony we'd watch, but they didn't have. They felt like maybe we'd waste their
even
time.
EA
They
will
felt
normally have like an indies thing, and they'll normally do a Star Wars thing.
They had little things like little streams throughout the day.
Yeah.
But they didn't do a big conference like.
That's what Ubisoft should do. They should just do streams.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining us. This was a disaster.
I hope you enjoyed. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So I think the one announcement we can take from this is we're done with freaking Ubisoft conferences.
Right, we're ready to announce.
I think we're ready to announce. We're not doing this again.
Yeah.
So hope you enjoy for the great content of us realizing that. That was kind of what we came through for. But
Cool. Thanks.
Hope the best for Ubisoft again. Freaking Ghost Recon. A lot of people are playing that.
Yeah.
So
Rainbow Six, For Honor. I mean, people play these games.
But we always harp and always make it a thing on our channel and our podcast that we want to do stuff that excites us and talk about the things that matter to us. I don't think Ubisoft matters.
There wasn't one thing
to us anymore. So we'll just have to see what the future holds for Ubisoft. But
thanks.
But I'm ready to pay $30 for Stadia and for Uplay. I don't know about that, but can I just say something controversial?
Oh god, yeah.